When was the last time you woke up feeling truly alive? Your body strong, your mind clear, and your energy steady from morning until night. For many men over 60, that kind of day feels like a memory from decades ago. But here's the shock most people never expect. Your strength isn't gone, it's just blocked. And by massaging 3 simple points on your body for 1 minute a day, you can reactivate that power naturally, without pills, without pain, and without spending a single dollar. I'm Dr. James, a men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience helping older men reclaim their vitality and confidence. I've seen thousands of patients who thought their best years were behind them until they discovered how to awaken their body's hidden energy with their own hands. It may sound unbelievable, but science now supports what ancient medicine taught centuries ago. Your body stores energy in specific nerve centers. When those centers are stimulated, circulation improves, testosterone rises naturally, and the spark of life returns. Just 1 minute of this practice each day can help you feel stronger, move easier, and even sleep deeper than you have in years. It's simple, it's safe, and it's real. Stay with me, because in just a moment I'll show you exactly where these 3 points are, and how a few seconds of touch can reignite the energy and stamina you thought were gone forever. Before we begin, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of my new health videos made especially for men over 60. And if this message already inspires you to take care of your strength and energy, type 1 in the comments. If you think I can explain it better, type 0 and let me know how I can improve for you. Now let's dive into what truly happens inside a man's body after 60. Because the real reason most men lose their energy isn't simply aging, it's circulation. Your heart may still be strong, your tests may look normal, yet your energy feels trapped. Think of it like electricity running through old wires. The power is there, but the flow is blocked. 1. The real reason men over 60 feel weak. Most men who come to my clinic don't realize how much their bodies are still capable of. They sit across from me, shoulders slightly slumped, and say, "Doc, I just don't have it anymore. My energy's gone. I'm not the man I used to be," and I always tell them the same thing. Your body isn't broken, it's just blocked. You see, fatigue after 60 isn't simply about aging, it's about what I call energy traffic. Your body is a network of roads carrying blood, oxygen, and hormones to every organ and muscle. When those roads get congested, when the circulation slows, the muscles stiffen, and the nerves lose flexibility, your energy can't move freely. You still have the same power inside you, but it's trapped behind years of tension, poor sleep, and everyday stress. Think of it like an old house that still has power, but the wiring has worn out. The lights flicker not because the electricity is gone, but because the wires can't carry the current properly. That's what happens inside a man's body as he ages. The energy never disappears. It just struggles to find its way through. Modern medicine often overlooks this. Blood tests, heart scans, hormone panels, they might all look perfectly normal, but a man can still feel drained, restless, and disconnected from his own body. That's because lab numbers don't measure energy flow. They can't show you the difference between being alive and feeling alive. I remember one patient, Harold, 67 years old, who came in convinced he was just getting old. His heart was strong, his labs were excellent, yet he couldn't walk a block without exhaustion. After we worked on reopening his energy pathways through massage, stretching, and circulation-focused exercises, he called me 2 weeks later and said, "Doc, I don't know what happened, but I feel like I got 10 years back." That's not a miracle. That's your body remembering how to work again. And here's what most men don't realize. Your body has built-in circuits designed to restart this energy flow. You don't need drugs or machines to turn them on. You only need your own hands and 1 minute a day. These are ancient points that modern science is finally beginning to understand. So, what are these points, and how can touching them reignite the strength you thought was gone forever? Let's begin with the first one. The point ancient healers called the fountain of energy. 2. The power of touch and pressure. For years, I used to believe that energy could only be restored with medication or structured exercise plans. But after treating thousands of older men, I realized something far simpler and far more powerful. The human body has the remarkable ability to heal and rebalance itself through touch. Gentle pressure on the right points can activate nerve endings, improve blood flow, and send signals that awaken the body's natural rhythm again. This is not magic, it's physiology. The skin is filled with receptors connected to deeper systems, your muscles, your circulation, your hormones. When you apply the right kind of touch, it's like flipping a switch that's been turned off for years. I've seen this transformation firsthand. One of my patients, Robert, 70, came to me constantly tired, even though all his tests were fine. I showed him how to use simple acupressure on key points in his body. No equipment, no drugs. 2 weeks later, he came back smiling and said, "Doctor, my mornings feel different. I wake up warm. I feel like my body's finally awake." What he felt was not imaginary. It was his nervous system rediscovering balance. Modern research now explains what ancient medicine already knew. Pressing specific areas of the body increases nitric oxide production, improves blood vessel flexibility, and enhances oxygen flow to vital organs. This means better stamina, sharper focus, and even improved testosterone function, all triggered by your own hands. You see, your body doesn't forget how to be strong, it just needs a reminder. And that reminder can be as simple as a 1-minute touch that reconnects your brain to your body. So where should you start? Let's move to the first point, one hidden in plain sight beneath your feet, called the fountain of energy. It's where the body's power begins to flow again. 3. The first point. The fountain of energy, bottom of the foot. If you've ever taken off your shoes after a long day and felt that wave of relief travel up your body, you've already experienced a hint of what this first point can do. There's a small hollow on the sole of your foot, right between your big toe and the second toe. It may look unremarkable, but this spot, known in ancient Chinese medicine as Yongquan or the fountain of life, is where the body's energy begins to rise. When I first learned about this point in medical school, I dismissed it as a poetic metaphor. But over the years, after studying both modern physiology and traditional healing, I realized it's far more than that. This point connects directly to the kidneys, which in men play a crucial role in energy balance, endurance, and hormone health. When a man's kidney energy weakens, he feels it everywhere. Fatigue sets in, motivation fades, and even his confidence can drop. But when that energy is reawakened, it's like reconnecting a power line that had been quietly unplugged for years. To stimulate it, you don't need fancy tools. Sit comfortably, remove your socks, and use your thumb to find that small dip on your foot. Press it gently in circular motions, clockwise, for about 20 seconds. You might feel a mild tenderness. That's perfectly normal. That's your body responding. I remember one of my patients, David, a retired teacher in his late 60s, who told me, "Doc, I thought you were joking when you said massaging my foot could change my energy. But after a week, I started waking up before my alarm, and my legs didn't feel heavy anymore." That kind of change doesn't come from luck. It comes from reactivating a system that was built to keep you strong. Modern studies now show that stimulating this area improves circulation in the lower body, supports blood flow back to the heart, and helps regulate blood pressure. It's a simple act of touch that tells your body, "Wake up, it's time to move again." Do it daily, morning or evening, and you'll notice a quiet strength building from the ground up. Your steps will feel lighter, your balance steadier, your energy more grounded. And that's just the beginning, because the next point lies closer to your center, deep beneath your navel, the true reservoir of a man's power, the place where inner energy gathers before spreading throughout the body. Let's explore that hidden center next. 4. The second point. The sea of energy, below the navel. Just beneath your navel lies one of the most powerful centers of energy in the human body. In traditional healing, it's known as the sea of energy, and for good reason. This small area, about 3 finger widths below your belly button, holds the reservoir of your strength, stamina, and masculine drive. I remember the first time I showed this point to one of my patients, Mark, who was 64 and had been struggling with fatigue and low motivation for years. He laughed and said, "Doc, you really think pressing my stomach will make me feel younger?" 2 weeks later, he returned to my office with a different expression. "I don't know what's happening," he told me. "I'm sleeping better, my digestion feels normal again, and my wife says I've been smiling more." When you place your hand on that area and gently massage it, you're not just easing the surface muscles, you're unlocking deeper systems of balance. The pressure sends signals to your parasympathetic nervous system, calming your stress response and improving blood flow to the digestive and reproductive organs. Men who keep this point active often notice better digestion, fewer bloating issues, and a renewed sense of vitality. In medical terms, we can now trace how stimulating this area helps regulate testosterone levels, improve insulin sensitivity, and enhance circulation to the pelvic region, all key factors in maintaining male vitality after 60. It's remarkable how something so simple can create such profound change. I've had patients tell me their appetite returned, their bowels became regular, and even their mood lifted after only a few days of consistent practice. When you focus on this point, you're essentially reconnecting with your body's center of gravity, its inner core of strength. Try doing this before bed. Take a deep breath, place 3 fingers below your navel, and make gentle circular movements clockwise for 20 seconds. You might feel warmth or a subtle pulse. That's energy awakening, circulating, reminding your body that it's alive. Keep doing it daily, and soon you'll feel a new balance taking hold, not just in your body, but in your state of mind. And once you've recharged your inner reservoir, it's time to awaken the final point, the one that controls your deepest source of male power, hidden in your lower back just above the tailbone. That's where the real transformation begins. 5. The third point, the root of strength, lower back above the tailbone. Every man I've met who feels tired, weak, or unsteady has something in common. They carry years of tension in their lower back. It's the body's foundation, the root of strength, and when this area stiffens, everything above it starts to fade. Right above your tailbone, there's a small zone that ancient healers referred to as the gate of life. In modern medicine, we know it as the sacral region, a place rich with nerves that connect directly to your reproductive organs and adrenal glands. This is where much of your natural testosterone activity begins, and it's one of the most overlooked areas of a man's health. When I talk to my older patients about this point, I often see doubt in their faces. They say, "Doc, how could pressing my back possibly change anything?" But then I tell them about Frank, a 70-year-old fisherman who had nearly given up his daily trips out to sea. His back pain was constant, his legs weak, and his sleep restless. I showed him a simple method. Lie on the floor, place a tennis ball right above the tailbone, and move his hips gently side to side for about 20 seconds each night. 2 weeks later, he called me, his voice full of excitement. "Doctor, my back feels stronger. I'm sleeping through the night again. I even went fishing yesterday. No pain at all." What Frank experienced wasn't luck. He simply reactivated his body's deepest circuit of power. When this area is stimulated, it sends signals up through the spinal cord, improving blood flow, relaxing tight muscles, and encouraging hormone production naturally. That's why many men who massage this point consistently notice stronger posture, fewer nighttime bathroom trips, and even a better mood. It's not only physical, it's emotional too. When your back is strong, you stand taller, breathe deeper, and feel more confident in your own body. Try it yourself before bed. Lie down, close your eyes, and feel that gentle pressure as your muscles release. It's like telling your body, "You can rest now, you're safe." Over time, this practice can transform not only your back, but your sense of youth and vitality. And once these 3 points are activated, something extraordinary happens. The energy begins to flow as one connected system. In the next part, I'll show you how to combine them into a single 1-minute ritual that can reignite your entire body from the ground up. 6. The 1-minute routine. Now that you understand these 3 points, the foot, the belly, and the lower back, it's time to bring them together into a simple ritual I call the 1-minute routine. I designed it for men who think they don't have time, patience, or energy for long exercises. The truth is, your body doesn't need hours. It just needs attention, consistency, and a little bit of care. When you combine these 3 massages into 1 minute of focused touch, something remarkable begins to happen. Your blood starts moving differently, your breathing slows, your mind begins to settle, and within days, you'll start feeling energy where there used to be fatigue. Here's how you do it. Start with the foot. Sit comfortably, remove your shoes, and press the point between your big toe and second toe, making slow, gentle circles for 20 seconds. Don't rush it. Feel the warmth spread from your foot upward, then move to the point below your navel. Place 3 fingers there, press lightly, and massage in small circles for another 20 seconds. Breathe deeply. Imagine energy rising from your core, flowing into your chest, your arms, and your head. Finally, lie down or sit back and focus on the lower back. You can use your hand, a tennis ball, or even a rolled towel. Apply slow pressure above your tailbone and move side to side for the last 20 seconds. That's it, 1 minute total. The beauty of this practice isn't in its length, it's in its rhythm. It's like resetting your body's inner clock every morning or every night. I've had men tell me they started sleeping through the night again, waking up refreshed, and even walking taller after just a week. One of my patients said, "Doc, I feel like I'm charging my batteries every night before bed." That's exactly what's happening. You're recharging from the inside out. Do it daily. Choose a quiet moment right after waking or just before sleep and let it become your private ritual. It's your time to reconnect with your body, to honor the strength that's still there. Because when you give your body 1 minute of real care, it gives you hours of energy in return. And what happens when you do this every day for a month? The changes go deeper than you can imagine. Let's talk about the science behind that next. 7. Why it works. The science behind it. When I first began recommending these massage points to my older patients, some looked at me with polite disbelief. They expected prescriptions, lab results, or hormone injections, not gentle pressure and slow breathing. But once they tried it, the results spoke for themselves. The reason this method works isn't magic, it's biology. When you press on these 3 key points, you're stimulating your nervous system, blood vessels, and hormones in ways modern research can now clearly explain. Each point activates what scientists call the parasympathetic nervous system, the body's natural repair mode. This system slows your heart rate, lowers blood pressure, and tells your body it's safe to heal. That's why after a few sessions, many men notice they sleep more soundly and wake up without that heavy, drained feeling. But there's more. When pressure is applied to these points, your body releases nitric oxide, a molecule that widens blood vessels and improves circulation. That's the same compound your body produces during exercise or sexual activity, the very thing that keeps muscles strong and the heart efficient. Your body also starts releasing endorphins, natural painkillers that elevate mood and reduce fatigue. For men over 60, this is especially powerful. These small chemical shifts can improve testosterone function, help regulate metabolism, and even support memory and focus. Think of it as a cascade. 1 minute of touch sends a chain reaction through every major system: heart, brain, muscles, and hormones, all working together again instead of against each other. I've seen men who had almost given up on feeling strong suddenly rediscover their spark. They move more confidently, their posture changes, and their voices even sound different, deeper, more assured. It's incredible what happens when the body remembers how to communicate with itself. This is why I always say, your body isn't waiting for medicine. It's waiting for permission, and that permission comes from you, through your hands, your breath, and your willingness to reconnect. 1 minute of care every day isn't a routine. It's a conversation between you and your body, one that says, "I'm still here. Let's keep going." And once you understand how this energy transformation works, you'll realize it's not just about feeling better, it's about living younger. Because the men who practice this don't just regain their stamina, they rediscover a fire inside that changes everything. And in the final part, I'll show you how to keep that fire alive for years to come. 8. Real stories, real results. Over the years, I've met so many men who came into my office believing their best days were behind them. They weren't sick, but they weren't truly living either. Their eyes looked tired, their voices softer, their energy fading quietly with every passing year. And yet, after just a few weeks of practicing these simple massages, something extraordinary began to happen. Their faces brightened, their steps became lighter, and their confidence returned like an old friend they thought was gone forever. These stories are what keep me doing what I do every day. One of my favorite memories is of Richard, a 71-year-old grandfather from Arizona. When he first visited, he could barely get through the day without a nap. He told me, "Doctor, I feel like a shadow of myself. I can't even keep up with my grandkids anymore." I taught him the 1-minute massage routine. 2 weeks later, he called me laughing. "You won't believe it," he said. "I played catch with my grandson for an hour yesterday. My back didn't hurt, and I actually felt awake. That wasn't coincidence. It was his body reawakening, his energy flowing freely again." Then there was Michael, 68, a retired engineer. He was skeptical but desperate to feel alive again. He started practicing the technique every night before bed. By the 3rd week, his wife called to thank me. She said, "Doctor, I don't know what you told him, but my husband has been smiling more, sleeping better, and even helping with the house again." When I saw him later, he looked 10 years younger and his handshake felt strong. That's the beauty of this practice. It restores more than energy. It restores identity. I've watched men who once felt invisible suddenly stand taller, speak with confidence, and rediscover the joy of simple moments. Walking, laughing, holding hands, being present again. They often tell me, "Doctor, I thought this was about my body, but it feels like it healed my spirit too." And that's exactly what I hope every man discovers. Because once you see these changes, you'll want to know how to make them last, how to protect this newfound energy so it keeps growing stronger day after day. And that's what we'll uncover next. How to turn this 1-minute practice into a lifelong habit that keeps your body young and your spirit unstoppable. 9. Gentle warnings and doctor's advice. Before you begin making this a part of your daily life, I want to share something very important. As a doctor, my job isn't just to help you feel stronger, it's to make sure you do it safely. These massage techniques are gentle, natural, and effective for most men, but your body deserves respect. If you have serious medical conditions such as advanced heart disease, uncontrolled diabetes, or if you're taking blood thinners, always check with your doctor before starting. It's not because this method is risky, it's because your body might already be working hard to stay balanced. I've seen men push themselves too fast, too soon, thinking more pressure means more results. It doesn't. The secret isn't force, it's consistency and mindfulness. I remember a patient named Paul, 66, who was recovering from bypass surgery. When I first explained these 3 massage points, he looked worried. "Doctor," he said, "I'm afraid to touch my own body. What if I do it wrong?" I smiled and told him, "Paul, your body knows what to do. You just have to remind it." He began slowly. Soft pressure, calm breathing, 1 minute a day. Within 2 weeks, he told me his sleep had improved and even his chest felt lighter. That's what I want for every man, to reconnect with his body, not fight against it. If you ever feel sharp pain, dizziness, or bruising, stop immediately. Pain is not a sign of progress. It's your body asking you to slow down. Remember, this isn't about replacing your medication or ignoring your doctor's treatment. It's about supporting your body's natural healing so your medicine can work better and your energy can rise naturally. What truly matters is the relationship you build with your own body. Be gentle with yourself. You've carried this body through decades of work, sacrifice, and love. It's time to return that kindness. Start slow, stay consistent, and your results will speak for themselves. Because once you begin treating your body not as an old machine, but as a wise companion, you'll realize something beautiful. Healing doesn't happen in a rush. It happens through care. And in the final part of our journey, I'll show you how to keep this energy alive, protect it, and use it to live your next chapter with strength, joy, and purpose. 10. Closing inspiration. I've spent more than 3 decades working with men who believed aging meant surrendering, to weakness, to pain, to slowing down. But I can tell you from experience that belief is a lie. Your body has not given up on you. It still remembers every moment of strength, every mile you've walked, every time you stood tall to protect your family. It's still capable of extraordinary things, you just have to remind it how. The truth is, the body doesn't forget, it only falls silent. And when you begin to touch those 3 points each day, you're waking it up, asking it to speak again. Every morning that you rise, and every evening before you rest, you have a choice: to drift quietly into decline or to take 1 minute to reclaim your energy, your confidence, and your identity as a man. 1 minute is nothing compared to the years you've already given to others. You've worked hard, cared for your family, and carried responsibilities that few can understand. Now it's your time to care for yourself, not out of vanity, but out of gratitude for the body that's carried you this far. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, light up with that same youthful spark again. Their posture changes, their laughter returns, their relationships grow warmer. It's not about becoming young again, it's about becoming alive again. That's the real gift of this practice. It's not a secret formula or a miracle cure, it's your body's own wisdom, waiting to be rediscovered through a simple act of care. So tonight, before you turn off the light, take that 1 minute. Massage those 3 points. Breathe deeply. Feel your body respond. And remind yourself that growing older doesn't mean growing weaker. It means you've earned the right to live with peace, strength, and clarity. The men who commit to this small daily act often tell me it changes more than their health. It changes how they see themselves. Because once you remember what real energy feels like, you start living differently. You walk taller, you love deeper, and you wake up with purpose. And if you think this 1 minute practice is powerful, wait until you discover what happens when you pair it with the right kind of nutrition and movement. That's what we'll explore next, the simple habits that help this energy stay alive for the rest of your life. 11. Final thoughts. Reclaiming your energy and your life. If you've stayed with me this far, I want to thank you. That already tells me something powerful about you. You're not ready to give up. You're still fighting for your health, your strength, and your sense of purpose. And that, my friend, is exactly what separates men who age with vitality from those who fade quietly into the background. You've learned about 3 simple points that can restore circulation, calm your nerves, balance your hormones, and unlock the energy that's been trapped for years. You've seen how just 1 minute a day can bring warmth back into your body, clarity back into your mind, and power back into your step. But the real transformation doesn't come from understanding, it comes from doing. I've treated thousands of men over the decades, and what I've learned is this: your body listens to effort, not excuses. Whether you're 60, 70, or 80, your body responds when you care for it. You may not see dramatic change in the first few days, but slowly, something shifts. You wake up one morning and realize you're not as tired. You walk farther without pain. You laugh louder, breathe easier, sleep deeper. That's the quiet miracle of consistency. It rewards the man who shows up every day, even for just 1 minute. And I'll be honest, aging can be lonely. Many of the men I meet tell me they feel invisible, as if the world has moved on without them. But when they start this practice, they begin to reconnect not only with their bodies, but with their sense of identity. Their wives notice the difference. Their grandchildren see it. They smile more, move with confidence, and begin to live again, not just survive. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about honoring the life inside you that's still burning, still capable of strength, love, and joy. I remember one of my oldest patients, Henry, who was 83 when I met him, He told me, "Doctor, I don't want to live longer. I just want to feel alive again." 6 months later, he came back stronger, walking without his cane, laughing as he told me, "I got what I wished for." That's what I want for you, to feel alive again, to wake up with gratitude instead of pain, to end each day feeling you've lived, not just endured. So tonight, before you close your eyes, take that 1 minute, touch those 3 points, breathe deeply. Let your body remember what it feels like to be alive. You don't need a miracle pill or expensive device. All you need is your hands, your breath, and a bit of patience. 1 minute at a time, you're rebuilding the foundation of your strength, the essence of your manhood, and the peace of your spirit. If this message has touched you, share it with another man who needs hope. Because this isn't just about one body healing, it's about a generation of men rediscovering their vitality. Stay with me for the next chapter where I'll show you how the right foods and simple daily habits can multiply these results, keeping your body powerful and your mind young for years to come. Before you go, if this message inspired you or gave you something valuable, don't let it stop here. Help me spread it. Hit the like button so more men your age can discover these natural ways to feel strong again. Share this video with your friends, your brothers, or anyone who might need a little encouragement to take control of their health. And I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell me what part of this video spoke to you the most. Have you tried the 1-minute massage yet? What changes have you noticed? Your story might give another man the courage to start his own journey toward better health. If you'd like to support my mission to bring honest, science-based health education to men over 60, consider making a small donation through the link below. Every contribution helps keep these videos free and available for everyone who needs them. Remember, your support doesn't just help this channel, it helps build a stronger, healthier community of men who refuse to let age define them. Stay strong, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.